Hey, what's going on? This is Vinay. I'm here to talk about Crazy Egg, my productivity software. Crazy Egg. This sounds crazy, isn't it? But this isn't crazy. This is more about analytics, the trending word nowadays. So let's come to the point. Let's say you have a website owned by yourself. Let's say it to be our library services. This interface looks very familiar to us, right? So just that our administrators, web administrators, or website owners of our website wanted to know how the website is received by the audience or our students. So they are just thinking on how to improve the usability of the website, like what kind of data to improve the usability, and when they dig more into the things, so they look whether are these treated as buttons by the audience. Do they think these are buttons or something else? Or do they think this label as button? And do they think it's a search bar or it's a drop down? See, isn't it confusing that there is no drop down button here? So they might think this as a search bar. And do they think that is it scrollable, or are they scrolling down towards the end to see all this stuff? And what makes these things more evident so that they assume what they need to assume, or they get what they need to get. Let us get into more detail about how Crazy Egg can be used. See, Crazy Egg produced here a heat map which tells us which parts of our website have more concentration. As you can see here, these icons, home and usual navigation icons, are all used pretty much good, and this video is pressed lot of times with good impression of the heat map, and strangely these icons, strange pictures are pressed more and more times thinking that they are buttons, and these just description texts are also pressed more and more again. So which shows us that that's actually bad design, since lot of audience try to use them like thinking that they are buttons. And there are some other cool analytics about this place, Crazy Egg. As you can see, this is one more thing called confetti. So people get to know, and scroll back, people get to know from where they are heading into this website. Like, these are all the possible ways through which they enter this website, and as you can see, there is highest rating for some websites which is indicated with red color, and right next to that google.com and all the other websites through which they redirected into this website. So along with the colors tagged to them, everything is detailed, which is called confetti feature in this one, Crazy Egg. So it gives us more detailed way, like from where till they are heading into this website. And as you can see here, none of these spots are used by any of the people who came from all these type of redirections, which means that these people are not even looking at these two things, and they tried to press in this button. Yes, that's a good sign, since this is button and they used it, but this water is unused by many other people, which means that I need to rethink about whether having it or not. Then there is another feature called overlay in Crazy Egg. As you can see, there are colors on our buttons which are all there here. Which one is in green color, other is in blue color. So this means that they have some significance. The color represents the more number of clicks it has been pressed. So they tagged based on the number of clicks a button with a color. So for example, if it is red, it has more clicks in it. If it is blue, yes, it has relatively little lesser clicks. So same way they tagged it, and you can see that comparing with your report. So which makes us which buttons are more utilized and usable in this place. And now this is the scrollable map. The scroll map tells us the way they used our website to scroll. Say some, for example, here this website is scrollable, and like you see on the rightmost part, there is 190%, 50%, and these things, 75, sorry. So these places, the more white it is, the more all the people, almost everyone has looked into it. Pale yellow is good decent amount, and as you can see, red color is in okay zone where people just almost half of the people looked at it. But when it is blue color, means that people never looked into it. So this scroll map gives us a good idea of how the website has been scrolled and read throughout by the people, our audience, whoever are using it. These are the features what we can expect out of Crazy Egg. So let's try to use the same by signing up for it. So just try to sign up for the Crazy Egg, and there is paid account and normal account. So normal trial account can be used for 1 month, but after that you need to pay a minimum of $9, and based on how you want to use it, the packages might vary till 99. So after you sign up, this is how your dashboard looks like visitors to your page, like 221 here, snapshots. This gives us the idea of how many clicks we had and stuff. So this is how the dashboard looks once you sign up for the account. So this is the page what we should go next. So for example, if you wanted to have your page analyzed, you have to give the name of the page here, use your URL here, and if you want just one page, and one URL should be good enough in this place. Then here is the timing what you need to provide, like maybe if you wanted to have your analytics done for a day, yes, you can give with exact timing till when you want it to be analyzed, because sometimes on few days the traffic will be more, so you wanted to have on those days, yes, you can do that by giving the time range here. And you can schedule as well whatever you want your data to be analyzed. But one more important thing is that this 1 month trial gives us only few times analysis, so it might restrict us to the days what we can use and the times, how many hour times you want to use it. So finally, this is asking us to confirm whether every detail is correct or not, because this is time consuming one. So now we have the script what we need to copy in our web page. So copy the script that is generated based on all these details, and what we are going to do is just we need to pay like the instructions told there. We have to copy our script whatever we got now right before closing of the body, as it is mentioned in these instructions clearly. So copy the code and paste it in the website page right before the body, and it might ask you to include dependent files as well, since every page is interlinked with the other. So you just proceed with all this stuff, like how it is directed, and finally you submit your page. Then the analysis starts from now, and you can see the status as well, as it is shown as running with all the stuff whatever you have given, and it gets updated at the regular intervals with the visitors what we got. And you can check the URL at any time, like using this check URL. So this is the basic process on how to use this crazy egg, and I tried to analyze the same with our college website, and which gave me an interesting results. As you can see, this is the heat map what I got for our college library services. So this part shows, like in our library services, this has been clicked more and more times. So they assume this as a button, and the concentration is more on here and here and these parts, which are all buttons, and they try to access the buttons, which is a good sign actually. And light part of the members try to access this place, which is not a button. So we need to take care of that. And in here they use some of them, and since they are all hyperlinks, it's good that website has been used in the way it is intended. And this is the heat map what we got by analyzing the library services, and this is the overlay map what we got. So this shows that the red color is the one which has been used more and more, means people whoever came in here, most of them use this search button as along with this text field. Next to that there are some blue plus symbols, which means that they are all used very minimal time, and this article databases is one among them which has been used a little more time. So rest of the buttons are all like they are used very less number of times, which is a concern. And so this tells us that how detailed the analytics are, and which gives us clear picture on how to have our website like the way it should be. Then again after that we are given with this scrollable library map, which shows that none of them scrolled in this place to the bottom, because the blue one represents 0%. So almost everyone just used the website till this place and they never scrolled. So all these details have been pretty much unused by most of them. Like this is pale blue, not the total dark blue, so maybe very few people use this. So since I used trial account, so I got to use only these three in a particular limited amount of time. And this is the PDF what they have sent to me with confetti, like how where the concentration of clicks is from the redirections. So since this is a free account, uh, so it gives me just two details, like whoever is again reusing customers, they will be shown with red color, and the one with white is the new customers who are coming in, or new students who are using the website, which is a more insight. And this shows the way they are redirected from. See, most of the people came from library.mnsu.edu, and the second place was from mnsu.edu, and these are all the rankings on from where they have got more into this place. So they are correspondingly tagged with their corresponding colors, and as you can see, not most of them At the bottom place like news, very few people use this. Most of the concentration lies in this search bar. So almost all these part services help ours about news. All these places are all very less used. And this campus services is used more and less. Rest of the left services are all almost unused, which they need to redesign or rethink of their design maybe. And this shows the total heat map, like this shows the search engine redirection. So none of the redirections and directly into the search engines is the highest, and next to that as usual it's Google, and the next is by country. So based on the country from where they are from accessing, it's almost everyone is from United States. And based on the device type they used, most of them use the desktops, and the operating system they use, it is categorized, and based on the browser they used, which are all very important in designing a website, so that if it needs redesign, these things can be taken into account pretty much handy. And the day of the week on which they are accessed, and the times of the day, and the times in which they clicked it, maybe less than a minute if they clicked, or maybe they took 3 seconds to click it, which which is just amazing on how they are in depth they analyze the things. And the screen sizes they used to access these things, the window widths, these are all really useful data. And this is the so this Excel gives us part of a website which has some clickable things are characterized into an ID, and their corresponding information is all tagged with the number of clicks it has and whether it's visible or not, everything. So this summarizes the events what can be done through Crazy Egg. So Crazy Egg basically is a analytics tool which helps us to have very much in-depth insight into how our website is viewed and how it has been used, and thinking about analysis of our website and to make it more usable. Thanks for watching the video.